Everything you went viral, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. 1 point something million.
Was that for which one? Well, you said a thing.
The press conference, yeah.
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 And Ty Dally with the flame pack.
That was nice too.
Right, Coach, a little bit of mixed bag on everything today. Pitching kind of up and down just a little bit. Their first few innings seemed like they got ahead in the count and the count went full. Overall, how do you feel about the way today went, and looking forward to the off season and breaking down film going into the spring?
Well, if we were just to measure objectively today's game, it would have been one of those where we didn't hit our game goals for the things we're trying to do and achieve and what we care about and what we're measuring, but we still found a way to win. And so sometimes good teams have to win ugly, and I thought we flirted with disaster all game long with just a lot of runners on base, but to the opposite point of that, on the positive side, we wiggled out of some of the biggest jams. Bases loaded, no outs, first and second, no outs, and there was, until Noah Samuel went 1, 2, 3 in the 12th, we had runners on base every inning. We had 1 to 3 runners on base every inning. So somehow miraculously we only allowed 3 single runs in 12 frames. But that, sometimes, our stuff is better this year. Our pitching stuff is better, and sometimes you can outstuff your way out of an inning and wiggle out of a jam. But as I just told them, that's not the recipe. They know that. It's not the recipe for championship baseball. But you know what? We'll take it because we found ways to escape.
Talking about the stuff being better, I guess, with the pitchers. Do you feel better about just the depth in terms of the number of arms you have coming out of fall?
Yeah, we have a lot of depth, and we have 6 guys who haven't even that didn't pitch this weekend or from the Bananas to today, with Aiden Knock and Jacob McGovern and Chance Fitzgerald, Luke Kissenberth. I'm forgetting 2, a couple others. Oh, Dane Moeller, jeez. And Jake Morris, geez, big 6'8" lefty. So, yeah, there's depth already, and then there's even more depth coming. So, it's a lot of quality arms, and I don't know if there's a baseball coach on the planet that would say they've got too much pitching. So I'm not going to be the first.
I guess Dave Moeller, what has he been doing in the fall? I guess, is there a hope, do you have a timeline in terms of when he gets to the spring?
He'll probably the easiest comp is the plan Talon Bell was on last year. So he's probably on that timeline of, be back in action hopefully by March.
Coach, what have you seen from Deion Brown in this offseason?
You know what? He's just like a bolt of lightning. Is some guys, explosiveness comes in all shapes and sizes. You don't have to be 6'8" Caden Grice. You can be 6 foot Deion Brown, and it is like the ground force energy that he harnesses and the way he transfers it out of his arm. He's pound for pound probably our most explosive dude. He's topped out at 97 this fall. He touched 96 today, and just pound for pound the energy that he can generate into a throw is very impressive. So not only is that impressive, but the development of his secondary stuff. He's got a good breaking ball and a good changeup. It's a good sell on the changeup, and his breaking ball's good, and it's going to be his ability to throw those 3 pitches. But I could envision a guy like that pitching a lot for us this year, just because he's made such a big jump.
Who is the one guy on this team in the fall that's made improvements that may just be a surprise come spring that we may have not seen behind the scenes?
Well, if you look at our lineup, Luke Gaffney is at the top of the order, and I think last year, by his standards, comparatively for what he did in the Big Ten the year before, I could see Luke Gaffney more returning to form, and we've seen that all fall. Nate Savoy has come in and really done a nice job. Ty Dally, same way. In terms of the new players, you're asking about who's a guy who was here last year that's made a big jump?
Just somebody that just is, I guess, brand new, probably either one.
A new guy that was in the top 5 hitters today was Jason Foltz. You know, it's hard for freshmen to hit in the top or middle of the order, and he's, you know, did that against the Bananas and did that today, and he can really impact the baseball. He's an advanced hitter for his age, so you know, we'll see, but he certainly looks like he's got a very bright future. Certainly a freshman that has really shown well this fall. Dylan Harrison too. I mean, he hit the home run today. We were going to hit this same lineup against the Bananas, but they said they wanted to keep it at 10. So Dylan Harrison and Jay Dillard were going to be in the 12-man lineup against the Bananas. But Dylan Harrison's another guy that, as a freshman, is a two-way player. Has hit well this fall for sure as well. So, there's a few, but I don't even know what our stats are this fall. We're not, like I've said before, we're not looking at carving out any roles in October, November, or December. It's just everything we're doing is measuring progress. Test, retest, and just training off of the testing, putting development plans together off of the testing, and just trying to objectively measure our player development through data and improvements instead of worrying just about stats.
Coach, you recently started a new clothing brand, TBC 23. Can you take a second and talk about that a little bit? What gave you the inspiration for that, and how you kind of conveyed that now to the field and to the fans?
And thanks, Dawson. So that inspiration started when we were all standing right here next to Jazz Chisholm. I was wearing that sweatshirt that you're wearing, the purple Palmetto Tree Seed logo. So TBC 23 is Tiger Baseball Camp. That's the LLC that runs our camps, and it just the amount of emails and text messages and DMs and just, where can we get that sweatshirt, where can we get that stuff, where can we, it's just they want what the team wears, and that's been just some of the biggest I think pain points of fans wanting what the players have, and we have some unique stuff as well. I mean, just that logo itself. So we went through the Collegiate Licensing Company, worked with Tim Match, and we just started basically a apparel line of off of camp, but just made it its own website. And so it's another way to contribute back to Clemson, because Clemson gets royalties off of that, and just another way to eventually help our players financially too, because it's through camp. If they work camp, they can earn money in camp, and I'm hoping they can have a role with the clothing as well, whether it's wearing it and sort of modeling it, or having a code of where they can push it out to friends and family and get something back from that. So we'll see. Well, those are all questions we've got out there with the NCAA and NIL Go, but a lot of it is centered around just putting out cool stuff for the fans, and a lot of it's centered around this could be a way to help our players as well. So it's all centered in the right spots, and it's cool stuff. I mean, look at you, customer number one, baby, with the original sweatshirt. So no, but it's just a way to pour into the fans and help our players.
How have you seen Bryce Claiborne kind of take hold of center field in terms of a guy who's played infield and outfield?
Yeah, he's an explosive athlete, tons of potential, and just with us having a need out there and having some talented outfielders, but we recruited Bryce very hard out of high school, and lost that battle to Georgia out of high school, but built a great relationship with he and his family, and so he's always been a great player. And so we've seen he made a big catch today, and hit the ball hard, and it's just it's one of those guys that he's just such a great athlete. He's got a chance to be a dynamic player for sure.
Is Cullen Priest, where's he at?
He ran into the fence chasing a foul pop-up and tweaked his wrist. It's not serious, but it's just like one of those things where you miss 4 to 6 weeks, and he happened to do it 2 weeks ago, so it put him out for Bananas and today. But he's fine. He'll be back, and no surgery, nothing like that. It's just a sprained wrist.
Take one more for Coach.
It's just Danny Nelson was a freshman and seemed pretty good out there today. Like,
Yeah, I mean, we could literally go down the list. I mean, you guys are bringing up certain players and asking, like, I could literally just go down our roster, and Danny Nelson would be a guy to, that you talk about electric stuff. I mean, he's been mid-90s with really a wipeout slider, and he's got a very bright future here.